Hello there, YouTubers! Here we have the Dual Model DTJ 301 USB record player upside down and with the bottom cover taken off. I just thought we'd take a look inside of this thing and see what 88 Euro actually bought us. So there it is, as you can no doubt see. The bottom cover is right here. It's just this plastic thing. We'll have to say these rubber feet are quite good. They are proper feet that will help to level out the record player a little bit. You can actually screw them out in case your table is not entirely straight. It's also interesting how many speed adjustment holes there are. We got one for 78, which this record player doesn't even have. We have one for 45, one for 33. We have one for direct drive up there. And we have, if I can find it, another one for direct drive speed right there. Now, probably the funniest thing of all is none of these holes are actually used for any sort of speed adjustment in this record player. There is no such thing in here. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look around. Power comes in right here and goes into this transformer, and I really gotta say, for a record player, especially one for 88 Euro, this is quite a big transformer. Would have expected something quite a bit smaller than this, but that, I do like that. We then have this right here. This is of course power supply. We have 3 dual op amps on here. Don't really know what they are good for. This right here is a double H bridge. From what I know, those can be used to reverse motors. However, this one does not have a reverse feature, so my guess is it's for the electronic brake that this has. It kind of reverses the current going to the motor or something. I have a transistor right here for the regulation, power regulation. It's nothing fancy, just a standard 7824 volt regulator chip. They kind of clever, they screwed it to this. This is of course the base of the motor, the direct drive motor. Have a relatively nice looking bearing down here. There is of course the motor. You can't really see it. It's kind of hiding down there. This motor does hum a little bit. I can always hear a little bit of a humming noise in the background, which is very unfortunate. So that's that. This one up here, that's just a switchboard, just as over here. This is the start-stop button, just a little push thingy. That's the power switch right there. And then we have the speed selector knobs right there. This is that pop-up light thingy. And over here we have where it gets interesting, and I unfortunately wasn't able to read the number off of that chip right there. I guess that's probably the speed regulator, something along those lines. There is a big IC under here as well, so I'm not quite sure what this is all about. Presumably another IC right there. I'm not gonna unscrew the circuit board because I have a feeling if I pull it out the whole record player is just gonna fall into a billion pieces and I can never get it reassembled anymore. And that's what this is, and this definitely does control what's happening on this board right here. It does have some labels right there, some sort of interface going on there. And there's that. This is of course where the tone arm sits, and as you can clearly see, nothing special at all about that. The cueing mechanism is hideously primitive, as you can see. And it's not really good for providing a sort of dampening, but oh well. That's of course the center of the tone arm. The cables are coming out right here, and they actually did give you this wire mesh as a shielding. It is all properly grounded, however. It would have been so much nicer if they would have bothered to extend it out a couple more centimeters towards this direction. Well, this then goes into this, once again, quite nicely shielded, the circuit board right here. This looks to be quite tiny, but actually it does extend out quite a bit of a distance. And we can't really see it. But basically it's kind of a sandwich design. This actually goes all the way to like behind there. That's of course because of the USB digitizing feature on there, the preamplifier on there and all that. The output of it goes to these golden output jacks right there. Once again, properly shielded cable, even though it's just a few centimeters long, so they definitely did this quite nicely. I really have to say, for 88 euro, I would not have expected this to be so well made. So there you have it, the inside of the Dual DTJ 301 USB record player. And yes, I know this is not a product of the original Dual company here in Germany. They do have some sort of a strange thing going on with the rights to the name. There is in fact a company called Dual still here in Germany. They're still making record players, and they're still being relatively high quality. However, there is also another company in China that has a little slogan under the Dual logo called, you know, something along the lines of 80 years of innovation. And they are fabricating some real trash, like that's just junk. And then there is yet another Chinese-based Dual company. They have the Dual logo without the slogan. I think they made this right here, this thing. So it's kind of weird what's happening with the Dual brand. That's all I have to say for right now, so thank you for watching and see you again soon.